Welcome 2012 Pinewood Derby. Who's excited?
There's wheels and nails for the axles, and so you like cut your block into whatever shape you want it to be in, and then you put like the wheels on and stuff, and you put weight like stick-on weights on it or lead in it, and then you race it. Car step back there, and then like they push a button and then it goes down, and then they have like things that say first, second, or third on there on the back, I think, still, and then they'd stop on the black. Well, it makes it so if you put lead or like weights on the back, it makes it so it goes faster down the ramp. I forget what it is, but you have to have like a weight limit so no other car will win, so they'll have the same weights.
Community Library hosted a petting zoo, a technology petting zoo, that is. Patrons interested in checking out reading gadgets could stop by to play with some of the devices or get help with new readers they already owned. During the petting zoo, Technology Services librarian Janet Lubin offered help using e-book devices with the library's newest digital collections. For patrons interested in help, or who are considering buying a reading device of their own, Lubin is offering the petting zoo again on Monday, January 23rd from 12:30 to 7 p.m. and Tuesday, January 24th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. She's also available for one-on-one appointments. Information for accessing the collections is also available on the library's website, but you don't have to take my word for it.
That's what you were talking about. Thank you. Yep.
My name is Officer Reaganweather. I've been with the police department for 4.5 years. I'm a patrol officer on day shift. The trunk, we mainly carry extra forms, evidence equipment, fingerprinting equipment, bags, anything that we would need on a crime scene to collect evidence. We carry a helmet and a gas mask. That's in case we had any riots. And I know that sounds kind of silly for North Liberty, but with the school down there, we get called to assist. If big things happen. We carry a water rescue tote, which has a life jacket, throw disc, and a CPR mask. And the main thing is, the reason that we carry those is all the retention ponds and also the dam being so close, Coralville Lake being so close. We also carry a medical tote. We use that. We carry Band-Aids, wipe kits, cleanup kits, stuffed animal in case we're on something there's a child involved. Anything that we mainly need in there. We also carry an AED in case something happens on a medical call and it's needed. And the last thing to talk about in the trunk are stop sticks. We use those in case of a pursuit. Hopefully by using those you'll be able to terminate the pursuit before somebody got hurt. 3 pieces put together. And inside each one of these there's a whole bunch of hollow tube needles. And what the officer would do is they would throw this out, undo the line here, throw this out in front of the car as it speeds away, and hopefully drag it across so the vehicle would run it over, puncturing the vehicle's tires. In the back we have window bars. This is something that we've added to the patrol cars due to the fact that we had an individual kick the back window out, and we're afraid of one, the person injuring themselves with the glass, and two, the person getting away while an officer's dealing with a situation. Another thing that we've added were the hard plastic seats. What that does for us is it allows us to clean up any spills, hazards, anything like that, and it also helps from anybody being able to hide contraband or weapons in the back seat once under arrest. And also obviously the partition, which keeps the officer safe from any prisoner or anything in the back seat. In the front of the patrol car, what we have is our newly added, 2 years ago we started purchasing in-car computers. And there are several reasons for that. Also with the computer comes in the armrest there's a printer, so we're able to print any forms that we would need on the street. This is our light and siren controller, and this is our radio that we talk to city and also to our dispatch center. And the little item on the side of the computer there, that's a barcode scanner. On the back of your driver's license, if you looked at, there's a barcode. We're able to scan that, and what that does is takes that information and puts that into our any complaints that we have, either criminal complaint or our tracks program, which I'll explain that a little bit further. Above that is, or next to that is our camera system. We've actually over the last 2 years upgraded from VHS to a DVR system, and the quality is a lot greater. Saves on having to use the tapes continually, and the sound has really changed just switching to DVR. When we upgraded the system, we also upgraded to a wireless access point, which allows us, as soon as we pull into the lot, all the video dumps from the car DVR, which the cars hold approximately 6 hours, 6.5 hours of video, and it loads into the server, which is kept at the police department. Yeah, it's real nice. It saves from one, having to find somebody's videos, and two, make sure that every time you pull into the lot, it's automatically dumping it, so it's always empty. Yeah. So you always have room to save video. So, and also in the car, one more thing that we use is that we've outfitted all the cars with now is the radar unit, and it does both front and rear oncoming and going away traffic. First, to start off, Chief Workington and Lieutenant Venegas, when they spearheaded this idea to put computers in cars, they had three main goals to account for, and the reason is the cost. The cost is pretty substantial. The first was to allow the officers more time on the streets. By putting all this equipment in the car, it saved time from having to go to the office. The second was to give officers the leading technology of what they need to do their job, and that in turn allowed them to be more efficient at what they do. As far as the computer goes, we use that. There's several main programs that we use in there. The first is called TAC-10 Mobile. What that is, that's a program used by every officer in Johnson County, and also our dispatch center. That allows us to dispatch to send us calls, allows us to read the details on the calls without having to put all the information on the radio. Now that we've went to consolidated dispatching, there's a lot more officers trying to talk through a smaller tunnel of dispatchers. So that really took a lot of burden off of the dispatchers on what they needed to do. One of the main things that we can do with that TAC-10 Mobile is run driver's license checks and also wanted person checks. Just through the computer. We used to have to call in through dispatch, through over the radio, tie up air traffic. We don't have to do that anymore. It also allows us to check our own in-house record system. We keep a lot of things on there that are not kept in the national database, and just check for anything that we need to check for. We can pull old reports, we can do new reports, and that's just a huge benefit for the department. The second program that we use mainly is Trax. What Trax is it's no cost to the city. It's supported by the DOT. The DOT does the IT part of it. They load the computers with the program. That's where we do our accidents, we do our citations, we do warnings, deer tags. If a vehicle's hit a deer and someone wanted to take the deer, we can do a deer tag on there, and also our tow sheets. That's an awesome program, and what it does is it allows us to, instead of sending a paper copy to the state of an accident report, we just electronically send it. Hopefully it's a little bit greener for the state. Another program we use on there is our electronic criminal complaints. Instead of handwriting them like we used to on carbon paper, we now just print them out print enough copies and take them right to the jail. We can do that right in the car with the printer that's in there. All the cars are equipped with thermal printers, just meaning they don't take ink. They just take special paper, and it works well. Our daily logs, we do daily logs. We do those right in the car, and we're able to print those out. And what that does is allows another officer coming in to see if any problems that we've had or anything throughout the day. So it's real important. Department email, it allows us to get back to someone that's emailing us right away, which is very handy. The official city code, now that that's electronic form, and there's a lot of pages to that, we're able to pull that up in the car. We can do a search on it and pull up a specific code, which a lot of times we get stopped and asked from citizens, hey, they'll ask us a question, now we're able to look it up right away instead of saying, hey, I need to get back to you. The criminal law book, we have that on there. That's very handy. We used to have to thumb through a manual, and it was quite hectic. Barcode scanner, we talked about that a little bit in the car. That saves us time from having to type someone's information in, which makes it very quick. You just scan it on the back of the license. Many states use it, some don't. But it automatically fills that information in there for you, so it's real nice. Great thing with the computers are they were at little to no cost to the taxpayers of North Liberty. Those were actually purchased through a drug seizure that the Johnson County Task Force had, that North Liberty got a chunk of the money. The chief set that money aside a long time ago to upgrade these, to implement the computer, and we were able to use that money. So it was at no, I shouldn't say no, it's a very little cost to the taxpayers of North Liberty. So it's an awesome benefit for the money. The in-car video systems, like we've talked about, upgraded them from VHS to DVR, and the quality, being able to save it onto the server, access to it later it's so much better. We can actually pull it up on any computer in the office and watch a video from a traffic stop that could be 6 months ago, it could be a year ago, depending on how long the video is set to save. We use those to collect any evidence for criminal and civil proceedings. And one of the big factors of that, or one of the great benefits of it, is the civil liability for false accusations against officers. With the clear video, and also the officers wear a little device that's called the body microphone that allows them to go quite a ways away from the car, and it still records the information that's being said. So it's very beneficial to the city for one, evidence collection, and two, is false accusations. So it's an awesome piece of equipment. How the system works is there's 3 different ways that it's turned on. One, when an officer activates their emergency lights, the recorder automatically starts, and also the body mic automatically turns on. The second way is to manually push the control panel to hit record, and it does the same thing. And the last is the body control mic has a switch on it that the officer hits that, it automatically activates the camera. So if you're out dealing with somebody and you're like, oh, I better record this, you hit the button and it starts recording. So that's very nice. The videos are actually stored. Like we talked about, when we pull into the back lot of the police department, the video connects to this access point that's all that's for, is video, and it dumps it right onto the server, all the video onto the server. That server is kept at the police department, and then a ghost copy of it is saved at the fire department. So there's actually a backup copy in case something happens. If we wanted a copy of it, we can burn that right to a DVD, which is very handy. The cars hold approximately 6.5 hours of video, and we're able to put that right onto a disc, give it to a defense attorney or to the county attorney, whoever needs it. Also for officer to review if they're going to court is very handy. Great thing with that system too is there was a little cost to the taxpayers of North Liberty. North Liberty the police department joined a grant through the Governor Traffic Safety Bureau, in which they give us money to go out and patrol the streets looking for drunk drivers, seatbelt violations, traffic infractions, things like that. So they put this money towards these smaller communities, and smaller and larger communities, but and you're also able to buy every year so much money worth of equipment. So we were able to purchase these. That's why it's taken several years to get all the cars updated, because we purchase 2 systems per year, and we're able to implement them. So very little money that it costs the city to put these in, and a great benefit to the department. And we have 3 additions to the police department, 3 additional officers that we've hired over the past year and a half. The first officer is Nate Hayes. He graduated the Law Enforcement Academy in Des Moines in August. He just finished the department's field training program in October, and he's currently assigned to the night shift. The next officer that was hired is Andy Jennings. He started with us November 1st and transferred here from Red Oak Police Department. Andy just finished up his field training with the department and is currently working night shift. Our last officer that we just hired, Cody Jacobson, he started with the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy on January 9th, so he's brand new. He'll graduate in April. Cody previously was employed with the Johnson County Ambulance Service as a paramedic, still currently holds a paramedic license, and he's also the captain at the North Liberty Fire Department. So I'm sure that you've seen him around, and you'll also see these other guys around now that they're starting to get out on the road. They're all three great additions to the department.
My name is Janet Lubin, and I am the Technology Services Librarian here at the library, which means that I'm a librarian and the computer geek at the same time. And I've been sort of really put in play recently within the last year and a half, 2 years, because we have embraced the digital age where we now have downloadable audio books and ebooks for our patrons to check out. Originally when we started, we offered audiobooks, downloadable audiobooks. And then we discovered that it was very popular with the ebooks were gaining popularity at the time. And we decided to, I guess, just jump in and got together with several other small libraries in a consortium and joined, it's called Neighbors, which is, it's not misspelled on our website. That actually stands for the collaboration of libraries. We know how to spell Neighbors. And got together with them and use a company called Overdrive that patrons can browse audiobooks and ebooks, and then they can check them out, and they can either read or listen to them on their computer, or if they choose to put it on a mobile device, they can do that as well. And we'll offer a new service from recorded books called One Click Digital, but that is audios only. We haven't added ebooks to that yet. They must be a patron of our library because we've sent in a set of our library patron numbers, so if they don't have an account, they can't use Neighbors because they don't have their library card number. So once they get their account all set up, and we let them know, we have little business cards with instructions and web addresses, how to get to Neighbors and everything. And Neighbors is probably one of the better sites I've seen as far as support, like tech support, because it's regular language. It's not text speak where you're like, I don't understand what that means. And their frequently asked questions pages is really, I mean, it's better than others that I've seen. So, and there's instructions how to download. There's listings of what devices are compatible. So once they have downloaded the Overdrive Media Console, that's basically for if you want to download audiobooks. And then the Adobe Digital Edition is another piece of software they download on their computer, and that's how you transfer your books that you've checked out from Neighbors, get them onto your device, or onto your computer, and then onto a device if you so choose. This is pretty much, you have to know either the author you're looking for, a particular title you're looking for, or you can browse by genres like mystery or science fiction, romance. There is a teen section, and we also offer children's books as well. But the majority of the collection is going to be the adult books. So if you're browsing, I consider that if you're browsing on Neighbors, then it's more of a, you're looking for books, you know, like, oh, I might like to read this one. Chances are, if it's a popular title, it's checked out. Checked out, which means it can't be checked out by another patron. One book, one patron, that's it. There's no multiple access, which is different than One Digital, and I'll talk about that. So you can browse that way, but it can get frustrating because you may have a long series of books that are like add to a wish list or waiting list. There's no add to cart. If there's no add to cart, you can't check it out. So if you want to browse that way and find books that way, that's one way. And then One Click Digital, which literally just went online 2 days ago. I'm still learning about it. But the one thing that is very different about One Click Digital is its multi-access titles. And what that means is a book can be checked out by multiple people at one time. So it's not like, oh, there's only one copy of Jane Ivanovich, you know, because I know there are 81 holds on her latest one, Jane Ivanovich's latest one. Where there, you know, the audio, I mean, we could have 81 people check out the audio title. Audio is really great, and people are still listening to audiobooks. It's still very popular. Our audiobooks here that people physically check out, very popular. Unfortunately, ebooks are really gaining in popularity. Like, every day, I would guess a handful or 2 times, people are coming in, I just got the Nook, Kindle, iPad, smartphone, whatever, and do you download, can I get books from you? And that's happening more and more frequently. They're wanting the ebooks instead of just the audios. So I don't know if we would necessarily cut down our book budget, but I could definitely see a line in there, a separate line that, you know, we add to our budget that this is for online downloadables. So I would definitely see that. There was a sacrifice made in order for us to do this. We are no longer purchasing music CDs. On Tuesday, January 10th and Thursday, January 12th, I'll be doing what's called a technology petting zoo. And what that means is I'll have different devices set out that people can sort of, you know, put their hands on and get a feel for them and, you know, what would work for them. A multi-use device like an iPad versus just an e-reader like the plain Nook. Tuesday I will be in the library from 9 to 3. And then on Thursday, it will be 9 to 1, but I also encourage anyone who just wants, time won't work for them, or they would prefer a one-on-one, to just get a hold of me here at the library, and I can set up time to meet with them. And I'll also have brochures and informational handouts like, you know, tips and like our free ebooks that I mentioned, and might plug some of our databases that are also available for people to use. But yeah, that's pretty much, and I'll just pretty much be doing Q&A like through the day. The only thing that won't be offered is I can't tell you which device to buy, because that's really a you question. I have my own preferences, and we'll just keep them at that, but I'm not there to say, okay, I'm not there doing a price comparison. I'm not there doing it's not Consumers Reports where I'm like, have all the devices and like, you know, this gets 3 stars and this gets 2 stars and this one does this, but this one doesn't. That's not what it's about. I'm not there to, you know, do that. If you need to do that, I can help you with one of our online databases, which is actually Consumer Reports Online, so I can show you how to get there. But no, it's just informational question answer. That's pretty much what it's for.
My name is Matt Messick, and I'm the Recreation Supervisor for the City of North Liberty. And I just wanted to discuss a few of the programs and activities we've got coming up here throughout the winter. A couple of old staples that have been around for a while would be the photo contest, where people can take photos of anything they want here in the community, submit them. There's a registration form here at the center you can pick up. Just drop off 4 or 5 of your favorite pictures, and we'll vote on them, staff and some other people, and the winner will receive a $25 gift card to the recreation center to use, and then their photo will be featured on the cover of the next brochure, which will be the summer 2012 brochure. Another one that we've been doing for quite a while is the Diners Club. It's been going pretty well, been pretty successful. Our next meet date is February 2nd, so if you're interested in signing up for that, It's $50 for residents here in North Liberty, $60 for non-residents in North Liberty, and that gets you a 3-month black and gold membership to use throughout the facility. And then we go and feature these restaurants. We do a review. We kind of sit down as a group. It takes about 2.5 hours. We do it once a month. It's a lot of fun. We average around 7 to 10 to 12 people for each outing. Some places we've gone in the past locally would be Red's Ale House here, which we did really well. We just reviewed Orchard Green in December, and that got our first 5-star rating from us. It was fantastic. We've gone to the Lincoln Cafe locally. Vesta we've gone to the Brown Bottle, we've gone to a few places in Cedar Rapids. So we move around pretty good. You know, we try not to go more than 35 minutes from home. The fee does not cover the meal. That you have to pay for yourself. The fee basically just gets you the black and gold membership here at the rec center, which is use of our weight exercise area, track, and swimming pool. Transportation to the restaurant, if you meet us here at the rec center, you're welcome to drive on your own, but it's kind of fun to go as a group at the same time. If you have kids, we do offer babysitting here at the rec center, which is actually included in the price of the membership as well too. If you're interested, it's 3 different sessions, February, March, and April. If you're interested, just give us a call. We can get you signed up. Some other programs we got coming up would be our junior high. We got a couple of ski trips actually. We have our junior high ski trip, which is February 20th for students of North Central Junior High. We're taking registration for that right now. You can either get forms here at the rec center or at North Central Junior High itself. We just ask that you turn all your registration forms in here at the rec center. And there is a waiver that all the parents have to sign and everything. It will be, again, February 20th. We'll leave about 6 or 7:15 in the morning, get back around 6:30 in the evening, and it's to Dubuque, to Sundown Mountain. And that includes transportation, the rental if you want skis or snowboard and everything. If you have your own equipment, it's $50. If you need equipment, it's $65. Another one we have coming up to Sundown is our nighttime ski trip, and that is Friday, February 10th. We leave here from the rec center about 9 o'clock at night, and we ski from 11 o'clock at night till 4 o'clock in the morning. We get back here to the rec center about 6 a.m., and that runs $45 if you need equipment and $30 if you have your own equipment. This is the 4th year we've done that, and it's been pretty successful. If we ever get snow, it might be a lot of fun. Another program we got coming up, which is a one-day trip, is a trip to Chicago for the auto show that'll be there. It's the nation's largest auto show. It takes place at the McCormick Center in downtown Chicago. The date for that is Thursday, February 16th. We will leave here, the rec center, about 5:30 in the morning, get back about 7 or so in the evening. Price for that is $55 for residents, $60 for non-residents. That includes your bus trip there, which will be chartering a bus, your ticket to get in, any food and drink and entertainment you want to do while you're there is you have to pay for yourself. This is a non-alcoholic trip, so there will not be any alcohol allowed on the bus. And so far we've got a good mixture of young and old signed up for this. A few other things I just wanted to touch base on that we've got coming up are Boy Scout Annual Chili Supper, which will take place on February 4th. Times are from 4:30 to 7 o'clock. Fee is to be announced. If you want more information on that, just contact your local leader of any troop of Boy Scouts in the area, and they can give you more information on that. You can probably buy tickets from them, things like that. Another one would be our Optimus Pancake Breakfast. That comes up March 3rd, and the serving time for that is 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, you can just go to the city website and find a contact for the Optimus Club, and they can help you with tickets and pricing and everything like that.